You're doing a, if I have it correct, no cell phone
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Something
Yeah.
about park your cell phone in a plastic bag or something.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
This is wild. Chris Rock again. He had done this comedy show at Third Man, and he was testing out
That
new
sounds like it
material.
was quite a day between
It
you and Chris
was.
Rock. There was a lot of things that came out of that.
It was. We found a lot of common ground, and but I'll tell you why. Because when I don't have a set list, I really react to the crowd just like a stand-up comedian would. If a stand-up comedian goes on stage and they tell a couple of jokes and they hear crickets, they know, okay, those Donald Trump jokes aren't working for this crowd. I got to go switch over to this kind of material. And they go and start talking about this. And that's working. Okay, now I got them on a roll and I'm going to keep going. That's how I work with no set list. If I finish a song and it's ta-da and it's crickets, I'm like, well, I don't know what to do now. Am I supposed to play a heavier song, a faster song? Do you want me to play acoustic? Do you want me to leave? You guys want me to leave? I'll leave. I mean, but what I don't like is that how they really feel, or are they just not even paying attention because they're not engaged because they're doing this, they're texting. And so when I saw him do that, he was trying to protect, he was just, I want to test out jokes and I don't want them to get on YouTube because I don't know if they're going to be any good yet. So I'm playing these small clubs, locking your phones in a bag, and they hand you the bag. You carry the bag with you, this little pouch, and it has the phone. Well, you just can't access it. If you want to access it, you just step out of the hall, step out of the room, and unlock it, and you can use it. So I thought, that's brilliant. This is going to be the first major, I think, music tour to use this. But what we were doing before was Lala would go out and ask the crowd, can you please not raise your phones up?
I remember that.
And the crowd would cheer and say, yeah, we're on the side of that. We love that idea.
And then there was still doing.
But what they were doing, what they were doing was instead of holding it up, they were just going down here and texting and whatever, doing all that. It's still not engaged, because when you go to a movie theater, a symphony, church, whatever, there are all these moments in life where people put those away and engage. And I love the idea of rock concerts being punk as hell and there's no rules. I love that. But I don't like the idea that I have no idea what to play next. And I need that. Or because I've walked off stage like, man, I really don't know what to do anymore. If this is going to be how it's going to be from now on, it's going to be very difficult for me to play. I might have to start having set lists and really figuring out how to connect with him. Because another thing is, I don't have those gigantic FM radio hits where I can hit them with that, and there's a festival of 100,000 people singing along. I got one or two things like that, but I don't have if you're the Chili Peppers or Green Day, you can go and hit them with 15 songs and 100,000 people know every word. And obviously you guys too. I don't have that, so I'm working in a little bit of a different scenario.
It's hard to believe that anybody who appreciates you, respects you, and is a fan of yours would not 100% support this position. I mean, it's weird that if there would be any, I don't know what the.
It's been sort of like skeptical, but I think really positive so far. And we did it in Third Man the other day. People loved it at Third Man in a small venue, and we're trying it out tonight in.
No, but it's really. I mean, it is really cool that you can't. It is really cool that if you want to go see Chris Rock, that you can't just go on YouTube and see all the material, before you go or whatever. So there is still an element of
new,
something that you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, imagine that.
Because when you were a kid, if you saw Deep Purple came to town, you had no idea what set they played last night.
Of course not.
And you had no idea what they were going to do tomorrow. Well, you were just there in that moment, and that was beautiful. And you took away that with you when you left. So that's what I'm hoping for. But I also think there's an interesting art experiment, almost like these Sleep No More or escape rooms or something like that. I thought it'd be cool to surprise people with this idea. Guess what? You have to put your phone in this pouch, and maybe even people will get mad and demand their money back. I thought that would be funny.